All right, the name of this video is going to be entitled Easter. Um, what is it? Um, kind of angling the phone here so I don't get the sunlight. I'm at soccer practice again. Um, so, if you look at Easter, um, when I was a kid, I had the question because even as a kid, I I looked at Easter. You had the Good Friday, which was supposed to be the day that Jesus, real name Yahushua, was crucified, and then he was supposed to raise on Easter Sunday. And so, when you look at that, um, I mean, there's several holes in that. Okay, so for one thing, there's not 3 days between Friday and Saturday. Okay, um, in order to count 3 days, you'd have to include Friday as one day and Sunday as one day. But between uh, Friday and Sunday, at best, that's 2 days. But really, it's you know well, and again, we're talking Sunday morning, right? So really, that's more of a day and a half. So I had a minister since I came into the truth. Had a minister sit down with me, and we talked for several hours about scriptures, and he want to say Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 3 days. And he's like, it doesn't say anywhere 3 full days. Well, actually, it does. Okay, so let's see. The first scripture we're gonna go to is Matthew chapter 12, verse 40. Let's see here. I'm gonna go to Matthew. Sure, I'm doing this with one hand. Let's see, Matthew chapter 12, verse 40. Okay. Excuse me. Let's see what page. All right, verse 40. For as Jonah was 3 days and 3 nights in the whale's belly, so shall the Son of Man be 3 days and 3 nights in the heart of the earth. Okay? And so that tells you right there that Jesus' real name, Yahushua, was going to be in the belly of the earth, or basically buried for 3 days, 3 full days and 3 nights. So that's problem one with the whole Easter thing and the Good Friday. Another thing with Easter and Good Friday, okay, if it's really a record of a certain day in which this event happened, how is it? How does it fall every day, no matter if there's a leap year, no matter what's going on? It always falls on a Friday. So if it's a certain day, a certain event, when there's leap years and with there being 365 days and a 7-day week, that day would fluctuate from one year to the next. So that's flaw number two. Okay, and then the third flaw, and this is the biggest one, is we're going to go to Acts chapter 12, verse 4. Okay, let's find Acts here, chapter Chapter 12, verse 4. Okay, so here's what it reads. And when he had apprehended him, he put him in prison and delivered him to four quaternions of soldiers. I don't know what that word is, quaternions. I have to look that up. Of soldiers to keep him, intending after Easter to bring him forth to the people. Okay, now that is the only scripture in the Bible that mentions Easter. Okay? If you look at the original text, the Greek for that scripture, the word there is Passa, which means Passover. If you look at, let's say, for example, I have a Oxford College Bible. It says Passover. The word Easter is not in that Bible at all because it's a pure translation from the Greek. So it's very obvious that that word Easter was inserted into that scripture because that word Passa, everywhere else in the Bible, it means Passover. So there's no way that in this one instance, for some reason, it means Easter. There's no relevance. The disciples didn't celebrate Easter. There's just no record of celebrating. So what are you celebrating when you're celebrating Easter? Well, if you do research on Easter, you can see that it's of a Babylonian source, and it goes back to I think Estara, like a fertility goddess, and it's tied into Nimrod and all of that madness, and so it which is why they have the eggs and the bunnies, and to kind of get kids roped into the cuteness of it. But since bunnies reproduce fairly quickly, and it's related to fertility, that is the reason why the representation there. So anyway, so that's Easter. So that's tomorrow. Today is I think it's March 24th. Tomorrow is so-called Good Friday, and the Sunday coming is Easter Sunday. So what are you worshiping? So do your research. All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, for the ability to do this message and push the word.